I'm going to just ignore your cameras and just listen to me talking. Good morning, or good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world, wherever it is in your now moment, whether you're watching this on the replay. Remember to put hashtag replay and all those wonderful things to share for people you think would benefit from my weekly guided creative visualizations, meditations and healing energy containers. So I am Theresa from Theresa Jande, Tree Heart Art Design Authentic, or Love Authentic Me, the Facebook and YouTube page of the same name. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully you are in a wonderful mood. I'm really feeling the energy shifts today. I last night felt this really heavy, intense change, and now it's back to being this light and easy, and that's fine by me. If you're not, hopefully by the end of this half an hour session you will be. So today, as always, I never know what we're going to do it until we do it, and it's totally intuitive. I kind of have a rough idea sometimes, but as it's March starting today, and March was named after Mars, and last week we had that amazing technology advancement of us landing on the 22nd of February on Mars. I just think we need to honour that aspect and attribute of the reason that that planet is named Mars. And after what I think it gets a bit of a bad rap because it's called God of War, it was actually named after the god I learnt recently, the attributes of protecting the fields, protecting lands when we became in more of a static place in the world. So we started to settle rather than being more nomadic. We were starting to plough and plant and seed. So it was about protecting those plants, protecting those lands. So two of the attributes of Mars, and therefore March, which as each of the planets are named after the attributable time or that aspect of what was happening here on Earth for the ancients. That's why they named them accordingly, and why the gods and that energetic container started in the first place, because of what was happening energetically. And this new beginnings, this new start, we're planting in the northern hemisphere, mind. We are starting to put the seeds in, the spring, the buds, the growth. So action and will are the two attributes of Mars. So action and inspired action is what I encourage you to do, to be in coherence. When you're in coherence and in balance with the aspect of Mars, or with your Mars aspect, so wherever that is on your just wondering where it would be solically on the planet. So have I got any Mars in me? No, can't see. Oh, of course, it's Capricorn, ruling planet. It's lots of it. So anyway, so let's distraction, focus. It's that lots of energy, lots of like finding it hard to focus. I had all that last month. This month, I think someone said it's going to be very, very similar. There'll be so much going on that you might find out that the kids going back to school next week, that you might find that you're finding it hard to direct your focus and to be distracted. So please forgive me if I am. I'm feeling it too. So we need our balance, we need our coherence, because if we're out of balance in this aspect, it's not just distraction for this month, but it is violence and reaction. So those triggers. So that's the aspect and where we get the war type energy that comes from, that's named and people generally think of for this planet. So today I want to think about the actions that you want to take this month. We've just had the full moon, so hopefully you've let go of loads, you've released, and you want to bring in your things that you want to set in the next quarter when we get ready for the new moon. So I want you to think about those and visualizing those. And I think we'll do a creative visualization, but I'll start and we'll see where we end up. So let's start, as we always do, by making ourselves comfortable. So into a comfortable position, just roll your shoulders back a little bit. Catherine Cooper in Fit for Business was doing some stretches I did this morning, and I was like, oh, I do feel that if we sit on the computer lots, just feeling, so linking my arms at the back, just stretching that out a little bit, breathing into it. That felt good, so you hop on over there if you fancy. It was just a 5-minute video that was great for me this morning, I found. Getting yourself in a comfortable position, relaxed gaze. You don't have to close your eyes. I do recommend that you do, because your focus then directs on internal, which is where we're going to be going. But if you particularly don't want to, then if you find a fixed point somewhere, just keep your eye on that point. Observing the thoughts, observing the breath, just natural breathing to start with. Start to become aware of your body, your senses, the room, where you are. Doesn't need to be quiet. And I think what I'll do for you in the background, just breathing, gently breathing in and breathing out. Feeling that breath in and out. Let it flow, feeling the oxygen as it's coming into the lungs, expanding. Feel it in your stomach. If it helps, put your hand on your chest and hand on your stomach. Feel the breath and the life force. As always, with whatever I say, if it resonates with you, great. If it doesn't, discount it. Whatever is meant for you will be for you. And for this now moment, whether you're viewing with me live in this moment or if you're viewing in a few years' time. Start to hear the sound of your breath. Can you hear as you're breathing in? More conscious, mindful breathing. Reminds me of the shores and the waves, just gently breathing in and out. Become aware of where you are, of your body and each body part. If you want to scan in your mind, starting from your toes, just feeling the presence of the body. Maybe tense each one slightly and let it go, release. Muscles working your way up from the toes, the calves, thighs, stomach, chest, shoulders. Allowing yourself to relax even more into this now moment of the breath. Allow your thoughts just to be. Don't try and release them. Don't try and clear your mind. Just be aware of them. Allow them to do whatever they need to do. Be the observer of your own thoughts, passing like a leaf, dropped like poo sticks on a stream. See them just drifting away. You don't need to follow it. Just, and back to breath. Keep that mind just on the breath on this moment, breathing in. Take it a little bit of gratitude for the beginning, wherever we've been, whatever we've let go of over the last few days for the full moon. If there's something that you need, any contrast you've had in your life, to be grateful for the clarity. that you can take inspired, aligned action. Whatever you're grateful for, just spend a few moments tuning into that emotion of gratitude. It can be for your moment here with me now. It can be for your morning walk, run, coffee, time with your children, the sunshine if you've got it, the sound of the rain, the winter and time to go coming into the autumn in the southern hemisphere and the beginning of the spring in the northern hemisphere, or whatever season you may be in right now when you're viewing nature itself. The oxygen that you're breathing in, that the trees provide for us. Breathe that in, and with every breath, feel deeper into your now moment. Feeling and focusing that emotion. Imagine as you're feeling it from your heart center. Emotion is energy in motion, so let's go with that motion. Let's feel that energy around us expanding out in waves around our body in the field that we have, the bubble of our electromagnetic field, a toric field, auric field, whatever you choose to call it. It expands just out above and around you, going up just like that of the earth, one in the same, around. Feel the emotion flowing with it of gratitude surrounding you. If it helps, give it a colour and just see that colour expanding around just in your immediate vicinity, just around your body to start with, filling your body, feeling it in your heart, your soul chamber, as Elizabeth Brewer says, the heart space, the heart chakra opening, filling with that sense of gratitude. Imagine it expanding in every cell, every particle that's going once and again within the cells, tiny, tiny, the micro, the macro, within your body. Fill each of them. Within the space that's there, there is a space between them. Fill it up with the gratitude, the energy, that colour. Expanding in every cell, every part of your body, from the tips of your toes to the tips of your fingers to the end of your hair follicles. With every breath, breathe that in and out. Breathing in and out with ebb and flow. One hand receiving, one hand giving back in gratitude. Holding that space, surrounding you. I want you to pose a question now. You are in, hopefully you're feeling it. If you're not, then just stay there. Just stay and monitor the breath, monitor the thoughts, observing yourself, and whatever you're feeling, there's no right or wrong. When you are in your heart space and you're in coherence with your heart, and your heart is now expanding that field and connecting to your brain, your body is now in coherence. You are as you should be. Breathe into that. I want you to pose a question to the powers that be, to the part of the you that's more than, to the expanded part of yourself, your soul, your interdimensional being, divineness, God, source, goddess, whatever you choose to name, nature, whatever name you give it. in accordance to your beliefs. Ask the question. If you have a question, is there something you need to know right now? If not, I put the question to you to ask, what do I need to know in this now moment? My higher being wishes to share that all is well in this now moment. Well-being abounds. Breathe with me, making a mental note of the answers that come back, if not now, for later. The thoughts and feelings, emotions, images that may arise, whatever they may be, do not judge. If it's anxiety, if it's sadness, allow it to flow. Do not stop yourself from feeling, because energy needs to move. Energy in motion needs to flow. Whatever that looks like for you in your now moment, just allow and trust yourself. Breathe into it. Know or allow yourself to say, I'm willing to learn, I'm willing to listen, I'm willing to hear from my heart and hear what comes back from yourself. As we connect with our soul and our creative self in our coherence. Whatever you are feeling, it's okay. It is human. We are also human. We are body, soul, and spirit. Soul, emotion, and energy. Spirit, the ethereal, the more than, the expanding. And body, the physical, the three-dimensional. Be at one with all three aspects of yourself. And breathe into this moment, just in stillness, for the next few moments, the next minute, just sit and be. If any thoughts come up, if you need to note them down, note them down. I'm giving you a vibration, I feel, today that feels right. If you feel that you want, or you feel called to, if you want to turn the sound down, if you don't like this, or you feel uncomfortable for the next moment, just be quiet. For the next 30 seconds, try and resonate with this sound. In this moment, I want you to think about what you'd like to have resonating in your life, aligned with your being, your higher self. What would your life look like in perfect alignment for the highest good of yourself and those around you, and for this earth and this divine mother, planet, being essence, and humanity, the aspect of yourself that's part of all that is. That's one and the same with me and the 8 billion else beings, divine higher selves on this planet. What would that look like for you? See this, feel this, resonate with this frequency of your higher self that is in pure heart. Hold what that feels like. Is there any colours? Who are the people that are with you? What are you doing? What are the inspired actions that you'd be taking? Breathe into it, visualize, see the images moulding around, aligned with that higher, true aspect of yourself that's for the good of yourself and those around you in the highest. May this that you're seeing, that you're witnessing, the inspired action, this or something more, come to you, to us as a humanity. Imagine that we are all holding hands, all of those that view this video, all those live, coming together to the connected part of ourselves. Bringing forth the resonance for those things to take place. Breathe into that stillness, that moment, those images. In a deep, deep breath. Slowly, ever so slowly breathing and exhaling, a little bit at a time out. And again, breathing that in. Taking in that awareness, that downloaded information from your higher self, from your beliefs, your source, your God, your goddess, your dimensional aspects of you. Putting your hands over your head and bringing that through touch to the physical, over the third eye first, down the head, just pulling gently apart the third eye with your fingertips, taking that down in Qigong, movement of pushing apart. Feel the energy, feel it flowing around you, feel that knowledge in reception of that for the good of all, thanking our higher selves, our guides, angels, gods, goddesses, source, universe, the energy force of the physical realm, however you call this, being in gratitude for this moment, this information, this wisdom. With touch, bring that to the heart. Your hands over your stomach, bringing to the sacrum, and the plexus, one hand above the other. Feel that deep in your gut, in knowingness. Then putting your hands on your knees, bringing to Mother and Father, into ourselves, letting go of past patterns, bringing forth this new pattern, this new residence of what we are, who we are, that is for the good of all, aligned with the highest. And if it's safe for you to bend, if you don't have any back problems, just bend slightly over, with your hands going from your knees down to your ankles, to your path, walking that path forward. The ankle chakra. Deep breath in. That's a good sign. Letting go. Even I'm letting go of stuff. Thank you. And yawning if you need to. Stretching arms up above your head in prayer position. And if you've got space, I've not quite got that space. Bringing the arms down around you until they're at your side. Keep in bringing to the body from the ethereal. And when you are ready, slowly wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers, bring with touch, touching the hands as if you're washing your hands, rubbing that information. Bring it over the head and around you, bringing your hands back to your lap. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for allowing me to hold space on this beautiful Meditation Monday, on the 1st of March, the beginning of the month, the beginning of the week. I hope that set you up, if not for the week, for the whole month. My love and blessings. Thank you for your time. Now I've got to end this on multiple channels as well.